Thanks for tuning in, people. You're watching the final 9 of the 2019 Kitsap Classic, presented to you by John Brown TV. On the card, we've got Kyle Crabtree, who's currently sitting at minus 14. Hector Diakow is 9 under par. Jared Pearson has fought his way back to, I believe, 3 under par. And Shaun Kirk is at plus 4. This is hole 19 of the tournament. This is Lakeside hole 10, and this one is a monster. You are teeing from OB. You need to get to the left side of the path. Oh, no. Excuse me.
I was going to say, it was worse last year. Now it's just stay off that.
They have. It's been extended. Yes, correct. You're correct.
You're teeing from inbounds. OB is all the left side, and you just want to stay on the right.
Look at this. Oh, it's cutting a little early.
Hard.
Oh.
You fucked right there. Oh my god.
Yes, that was not the most fortunate result.
Yes, we seen you.
Yes, this is actually now a much more forgiving hole than it used to be.
Yeah,
albeit
it was
it's
a
a
lot
little
harder.
tougher to get the 2, just in that it's a little further, but much less likely to take a big number.
I think they were equally hard to get the 2. You either have to have 400 feet of driving power, or you have to be able to have 400 feet of driving power that spikes into the left.
Kyle's got all the power he needs. It's just not going to come back for him. He just needs to get off this golf green.
Yeah, he's clear of it.
Gonna have a big putt. In his range, though. Shaun, not a fan of laying up, as I have been known to do on this hole. Wow, just barely
just
clears
over it. I think they changed up this hole a little bit because the house that runs parallel, people were walking in their yard when they go OB. They marked it OB last year just to keep them out of their yard,
sense.
and now they moved the hole completely over. The squirrel's gone and the dog's here.
Ooh, nearly kissed the chain.
Sounded like he might have
Yeah,
touched
he
it
may
or
have.
something. Just a little tink.
Crabtree for a big boy, too.
I've been watching a lot of how Krabs holds his putter right before he putts, and his left hand's always adjusting it, making sure it's in the exact spot. Might want to try that out.
Putting is hard. Although
Is
he
that
just
Nathan
made that
back
one
there?
look easy.
Pretty sure Nathan's up on the hillside. He had really long hair at this time. Doesn't he still have it? No, he just got a haircut, didn't he? Just
I
got
believe
married,
so.
too. Congratulations, Nathan. Kyle tapping in a 3. That's tapping distance for Kyle, by the way.
Yeah, butt clencher for everybody else.
Anything inside circle 1's tapping in for Kyle.
Ooh, I love the cart. How did I not notice that until now? So, Jared the lone bogey, I believe. Everybody else just getting a par. Brings us to the 1,000-footer par 5.
No,
He got a...
Sean got a 2 on that one.
Shaun got a 2?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. It's a good 2.
Yeah, it was.
1,000-footer par
Surprising, 'cause
5.
That's a hard 2.
Path and right is OB, as is that pond that can come into play for the big arms. This hole can be equaled by those monstrous throws.
This hole used to be a casual eagle for Dominic until they pushed it back a little bit.
Yeah, he might be the reason they did. Wow, Kyle got all of that one. As long as he didn't trickle down into the pond or on the slope down to it, he should be fine.
There's no OB graphics, so he didn't get in the pond. He might be on the edge of it.
Now it's just a question of footing.
There is also like a little sewage septic grate thing right down there that really...
Yeah, it catches all the excess water, I think.
It hinders your footing if you're right around it.
Oh, this is not stood up nearly enough.
I let that one go way too early.
probably not in the thick of the woods, but he's going to be obstructed.
A little bit of Eagle McMahon action. Is that too soon?
Gotta get a better grip. This looks good.
Yeah, he got all of that. Catch cam came into play on
What
this
a
one.
monster skip. I didn't think he was going to come that close to the path.
Well, at least he didn't get sucked too far into the bushes.
Yeah, this is actually a little bit better than I
Best as he
imagined.
could have hoped for with the early as the releases he had. But that didn't. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, play in position right there.
It's okay.
A little scary to try and clear the entire pond when you're in an uncomfortable spot.
He's throwing a roller. There he goes.
That was a
Stand
good
up.
one.
Yeah. Trucking along.
And those stakes really don't have anything to do with the disc golf course.
That was for growing grass, I believe, last summer. Trying to keep the carts out of there.
Yeah, so Kyle did get close to that slope. Might not be the most ideal walk-up for him, but he should be in a position to get the birdie, no problem. And that was a bomb that Jared threw. Let's see if he can back it up. And he doesn't like it.
Too much pressure.
Yeah, he's on the wrong side of the trees over there.
Yeah,
But
there's no OB though, so he can
yep,
still get up
exactly.
and down.
He
Should
can
still be
definitely
able to
still
save.
collect a birdie.
Yeah, save it.
Just don't hit anything.
Yeah, clip the branches and drop
Yeah,
there.
it never came back.
I think he was flirting with the OB on the right side over there.
And
A
leaving
very
it a little
little bit.
short. Playing a little bit of left, right on this hole. And Kyle,
Tap in range.
yeah, we'll call it a Kyle tap in. I think he should put it closer, but he's probably going to get his birdie.
He's just working on his circle one putts.
And from the wrong side of the trees, Jared looked like he turned that over pretty well. And Shaun with a soft little upshot.
It's about 60 feet,
This would be a big one.
maybe even more.
Yeah, I'll give him 65, 70. Should be able to collect that comebacker. There we go. Nice putt. Shaun's birdie 4 brings him to +2. These distance putts are a lot easier when they're not in the middle of an A tier.
Or with the cameraman
Playing
behind you.
playing with one of Washington's best players ever.
I feel like you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, maybe I did. Oh wow, it's contagious. There's no doubt about that.
He had to check the wind when the flag's
Yeah.
moving.
And
There it goes. There it goes. Kyle created that wind out
Not
of
so
anger.
much of a tap in. It is now though. And Hector has to focus himself after what he just saw.
He was a little high
It
too.
was definitely a little high. But it's over.
Still a par. We got a par, bogey par, and
one
Shaun
lone
got a
bird.
Bird. Nice birdie, Shaun.
Takes the box, moving into the 275 foot par 3, hole 21. This is one of the most wooded holes on the course.
Ooh, that looks great.
Scratch that, it is the most wooded hole on the course.
I'm still bitter about this hole. I watched it.
You got to see that big ace pot?
$1,100. And
I've
I
heard legends
didn't
of
get
it.
$1 of it.
Oh, wow, Kyle just got saved there.
Yeah, he did. That was out of bounds by far.
Yes.
Might want to give that tree a couple bucks. Saved him an OB.
There are a lot of options on this hole.
Spray and pray.
That
spray
is
and
not
prayer,
the one I
spray and pray.
recommend.
Even after hitting a tree, you still are spraying and praying.
Yeah, this is not the simplest upshot. And this is leaking a tiny bit left, but he should be fine. Those trees are pretty close so long as they're not totally in the way. And that's
still a long putt.
Yep. Kyle, after paying thanks to that tree there, lays it up for a 3.
Jared at about 35.
It wasn't so good. I will go that far. Between both of them, a little high, but connects. Gets the birdie. Ooh, the weeble wobble. Oh, gets the par.
Yeah, because
My
he hit
mistake.
the first tree.
Oh, that's right.
There's a birdie.
I knew someone was going to get it.
Shaun's been holding the pad for now
Yeah.
three holes in a row.
Taking strokes from all these guys back-to-back holes.
Fighting himself back to that even, hopefully. Now, you can't always blame the carts on the camera crew because there were spectators with carts. The
Yeah, we're not
camera
the
crew
only
was
ones out
obviously
here.
standing there filming Kyle, so he wasn't in the cart. Sorry, we're going to hole 22. We're at
It's one
par
of the bigger
4,
holes.
730 feet. OB plays a lot on this one, I
Yep,
think.
as you can see. Speak
Yeah,
of the
that
devil.
one- that one's was obviously out of hands going OB. Is that Kyle's Vulture again?
Yes. Oh, way
Little-
right.
Yeah, a little understable in his hands, I think. Clipped trees
Yeah, I
and
don't know
dropped
if he's going to
early.
be getting a birdie from that far away. Now, what he should have thrown is a nuke. Tell me I'm wrong. What
Crushed.
a filleted drive.
Crushed.
Jared wants to follow that one. Just maybe on a little bit of a mirrored line. A little more stable. Plays out to the hillside there. He's got the arm to get it from there, though.
Yeah, he does.
And Kyle from much further than he'd like to be. If I had to guess, this has got to be at least 450, maybe a little less. Wow, what an effort. It's creeping, it's creeping. Oh, if it's inside that tree, he's got a putt. It is
That
turned over,
snap.
but it might be early enough.
You could hear that snap.
Yeah,
from
he's
next.
he's
tee
lucky
over.
that didn't go OB. He's still got a chance. This looks good. Unfortunately, with the OB stroke, it's par at best. This looks pretty good too. There we go. Fortunate little roll. Got that view from above, cameraman on top of that hillside there.
I was like, maybe that one will go in, 'cause they can't make 20-footers.
That's some optimism right there.
It's all right, Jared. We've had those days.
Oh, if he gets this, okay. He was gonna really make me eat crow right there. I'm glad you missed that one, Kyle. Ooh, flops it in.
That was Dylan, not me. Kyle sitting at neg 14 making an excuse why he missed a putt?
I didn't know if that was him.
I'm not sure if that's what I heard. That's not. Neg 14's like 2 rounds for me. Still in the same round.
I mean, he's missed.
Yeah.
Probably more than his fair share of putts this round.
He could be up there even more. We're going to hole 23, par 3, 330.
Which is just absurd to think about.
He
could be even further under par. This is a nice hole. Only OB to worry about is the OB golf green there off to the left.
That's not true.
Unfortunately, Hector.
I've seen a roller go OB on this one.
Oh.
It was running to 15, the traditional 15 basket.
That's a shank.
Yeah, it was nasty. It was a forehand roller that didn't do anything for them.
Hector found the OB golf green. Shaun laid it up pretty nicely, but it's got a long look at it. Kyle playing the right side gap, hoping he doesn't skip too far.
Oh, tree got in the way from nice.
Tree definitely prevented a little bit more slide.
Lefty, you got that tree in the way. You got to
flex it a little more.
A little S.
That being said, you will catch into the hillside a little bit better. This drifts long. Can hear the wind picking up a tiny bit. And the hill has that going a little further than I'm sure he'd like. Ooh. And Kyle hits cage. There's another one.
I mean, it's straight in line, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's 14 down through 22 holes, and I feel like I've seen him miss at least 3 or 4.
Easy, yeah.
Not counting that one.
That one wasn't really in range. I don't think that was pushing it.
Oh, man.
That would have been a nice save.
There you go again.
Speaking of nice saves, this wasn't nothing to slouch at.
Right in the heart.
Where you always want to hit them. Great birdie putt. Yes, made one.
Yeah, wasn't that in
It's
that
never
20-foot
too
range
late.
you were just talking about, Jared? Great putt.
Shaun from just a little bit closer, but a similar spot. Just creeps it in, but it decides it wants to come out. That was dirty. From this angle, I can't tell if it was a little left or not, but
I was starting to think there's a hole in the bottom of the bikini.
Yeah,
it just fell through.
That was unsettling, to say the least. The worst part about it is after you see something like that is you gotta just step up there and try again. Hector with an unfortunate bogey after finding the OB golf green. Kyle is going to be tapping in a 3. And we're going to be approaching the closing stretch here. And they are all holes you want to make a move on, this one especially. Some might call it the signature hole of Horseshoe Lake. 290 over water almost the entire way. OB path and right.
Little memorial for Matt Geck right there. Lost golfer looking down on everybody.
Jared doesn't like it out of his hand.
You never like hearing that.
Oh no. He almost aced it, but unfortunately did find the OB.
How did you know it was going to go OB out of his hands?
Kyle playing the forehand.
Ooh.
Very close to the water, but
It's good.
he's safe.
Good enough. It's enough.
Good enough.
It's dry. That's all that matters.
I find it interesting throughout this entire round, Kyle has thrown some backhands when I thought he'd throw some forehands, and the exact opposite here. After seeing him throw the backhands where I expect the forehand, he just decides to throw another curveball at me. Hector looks like he's got a mid-range in his hand, played it a little right, but also played it perfectly.
Trying for that CTP.
Yeah.
Call that shit.
Yeah.
Kyle says you have to call it.
It's Saturday. The bank was open.
This looks pretty good. Just chill out. Oh, unfortunate. What do you expect?
Saving a par.
Yeah. That is the good thing about the OB positioning on this hole. If you were close to the basket and went OB, you're probably going to collect your par. Just got to make a putt.
I hope that wasn't said too early.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I've got to get a little better about it.
You should say that right after the final par putt. You're timing it to set yourself up.
I get a little bit of humor out of it.
All right, hole 25, par 3, 355 feet. No OB at all. Just
Save the golf green.
Oh, yeah, except the golf green.
You can find it, too.
Yes, I have seen somebody land on the golf green. It's a great shot, too, until it just doesn't get off the green.
Yeah, I doubt any of these guys will find it, though. Oh, it must be nice. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Hector looking to follow suit.
I love it when somebody's like, I'm going to throw it over the maintenance shed. It's always fun to watch.
Ooh, putting it inside of Kyle's shot. That's well within the circle.
Usually it hits or it's just a fun thing to watch. Man. Making this hole look
that
easy.
might be inside Hector's shot. They're getting increasingly better. No pressure, Shaun. Keep going.
Fizzle it out there at the end.
Playing just a little forehand up shot.
Ooh, got a little
Off
bit of
the
metal
tree.
there. I think you got both, tree and metal.
That's the best kind.
Treadle.
Kyle for a 2.
Of course.
Yeah.
Kyle for the 2. Something we hear often.
Yep. For sure.
Even on a par 4. Kyle for the 2.
Hector and Jared also hoping to grab their birds.
I think it was last year's Kitsap Classic. Kyle got 2 eagles, and I didn't even realize because how casual the play was while I'm filming and I'm editing, and I had to go back and check the scorecard and like make sure that's what I was looking at. Did he really just eagle? All right, hole 26, par 3, 285 feet. Another one where the OB really shouldn't come too much into play.
Yeah, this one I don't know if I've ever seen anybody go OB except for maybe a just horrible kick and roll off a tree.
Yeah.
Kyle taking that inside forehand route, and that was good.
We call that one
Yeah, he's
parallel
laughing about
parked.
it.
Pretty sure he got lucky. He wasn't aiming for something, and he made the comment that might as well get a little luck in
Probably
this
thinks
game.
the basket's lucky it didn't just get hit right there. Hector lines up the backhand. Probably going to take this right side gap. It is very open.
It's the gap I always try for. I might want to start trying to do the forehand on this one, though.
Yeah, I think if you've got the forehand, most players will go for it. Or you could go ahead and use your opposite hand, the left hand. And you can still play a backhand if you do it that way.
Yeah, if you're Jared.
Who has all the power you need out here at Horseshoe Lake. Shaun takes it right up the middle, too. A little kiss off that tree, puts him in the circle.
Andrew Penny, he does that. Left
Yeah,
hand, right hand, and
That's
left hand.
devil's play right there. We don't talk about that. trickery. It should be rule like baseball. You can only use one hand.
That's not a rule in baseball. When did that become a rule in baseball?
You have to. You can't switch during an at bat. I mean to say, if you're a switch hitter, you can only bat from one side in the at bat.
I thought that wasn't a rule unless you had 2 strikes.
Oh, I could be wrong.
We need a rule check.
We're playing
guys.
disc golf here.
We need a rule check. Set it up in the chat. Let us know. Can you switch hit after any certain time? Kyle,
You can do it throughout the game,
2.
just not in one at bat.
Kyle,
Can't be
for the
switching.
2.
Now, you got me started on this.
Got a passionate baseball fan over here.
Jared gets his 3.
He's been rooting for the Mariners all 16 losing seasons.
Oh yeah.
Go Hawks.
We're here, hole 27.
Hole. Par 4, 670 feet. OB plays all over on the right side of the course and on the left side. So stay away from the water.
Yep, same water that was on the par 5 earlier. High fives for everybody. It was fun.
You too.
But let me tell you, these 27 hole rounds at Horseshoe Lake during the tournament, I feel like if you get it done in 4 hours, you went
round.
really, really quick.
That was a quick round if it's 4 hours. Especially when they're not having carts. When it's a sanctioned event and there's no carts available, it takes some patience.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if I've ever finished it in 4 hours. There just ends up being quite a bit of sitting down and waiting. But I mean, it tends to be great weather, so.
It's an awesome course too. So
Not complaining by any means.
You'll enjoy the full 4.5, 5 hour round that you play.
Oh, and Jared's not complaining by any means on this drive. Way down the fairway, probably inside.
Just all the birds, and it just sounds so
It's
peaceful.
so wonderful.
Out there throwing a disc and hearing all these chirping birds.
Yeah, you can actually hear the players talking about, I was wondering how long this was going to take. Kyle, the furthest out. You don't get to say that very often.
I don't think there was much of any backup in this round. Very, very little for this round.
This is a little early. Needs to sit. It does. And if I had to guess, he's going to make that putt. Hector wants to finish this with a tap in.
It's
Crabtree
tapping
inside the
range.
circle. He's going to finish with an opportunity.
I think the last time I played a horseshoe, my partner eagled from the little brown hill up there on the right, behind
nuts.
where Shaun's throwing right now. It was awesome. I didn't do anything to help him.
The 2 on this hole is very impressive, and that is unfortunate. Shaun finds the OB on our hole 27. Hector to close this out with a good bird. 2-3 inches short, maybe. A lot of that this round. Crabtree to go to 18 under par.
Man.
Never a doubt.
Got a little kiss from the branch and put it in still.
Shaun to save a par.
Crabtree giving a little lesson real quick. It's better to do it before he putts than after.
Yep, solid move there.
You wait till after he's charging you a stroke. It was a great par save there, Shaun.
From a crouched position. Jared ends his round on birdie, moves to 4 under. Good showing. First time I've ever seen him on camera.
Not too familiar with him, so I think this may have been one of his first couple times playing at a horseshoe.
All right, what a round.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you tune in to the round 2 coverage. We have Kyle Crabtree, Dion Arlen, Dustin Keegan, and Jesse Bickley.